You are listening to the Feedbak
Podcast with my homie Back.
And we're live. Welcome to the Feedback Podcast, everybody. We're back. Season premiere. Happy Easter.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour. Comment allez-vous? I'm going to get to you in a second. We got Byron in the house.
What up, what up?
We got Miko in the house.
Hello, world.
And our new permanent fixture in the show. You love her. You've seen her.
Yeah, they do.
Lane in the house. You've seen her. Yeah, you can. We say if we say that, like you've seen Lane. She's around. Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you.
Bonjour.
Are you blushing? Look at you. Look at you. Look at her. She's blushing. You have a microphone in front of your face, and you're like y'all shy. Like I don't know what to say.
That's a lie.
Yeah,
right.
right.
That's
right.
not true at all.
She's gonna run her mouth for the next hour or so. Don't worry. But thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. We've been on hiatus because of South by Southwest. Also, we had a party fundraiser. So thank you so much for everybody who came through and donated. And it's not too late, by the way. You can still go to thefeedback.com/donate.
It's never too late.
It's never too late. And all the money goes towards all this nice equipment that you see here and the hosting services and so on. So, first day back. It's been a while. It kind of felt weird because, like, we were so on the weekly schedule, and you're like, damn, I was kind of, wanted to come back on the mic.
Oh,
you miss it? Were you missing
You're
it?
missing the mic.
Were you missing it a little bit?
I mean, I got a little work in during South by because we interviewed Timothy.
Yeah, we
during
did.
South by.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, I wanted to get with the team, man, and banter back and forth. I'm happy to do this episode. So I know I'm stealing a little bit of thunder, but we don't have any guests on today.
Yes.
So
We don't. It's just us.
Just us.
Get used to hearing our voices because we're going to have these shows that once in a while when it's just us just shooting the shit, talking about our experiences, talking about going out, talking about Austin scene, sharing stories and everything. And to kind of bring it all around, the first blog I wrote on the Feedback website was the 10 rules of going out in Austin. So we thought we'd bring it full circle now with this premiere and talk about do's and don'ts. So it's a long list of things, but I want to let's just dive into it. Fuck it. We'll have some. Want to hear your feedback live? So put your comments in the feed. And boy Byron here,
Your boy.
this is gonna be a recurring theme. By the way, every once in a while you hear your boy Byron.
we just need to get a recording loop of that. So
Yeah.
you hit a
Yeah.
button. Push
So-
button.
No, we will. We will.
drop.
So the do's and don'ts are going out. By the way, the list is long. I only try to focus on like 10 different things. But actually, before that,
Some of your roles is like 7 roles in your role.
no, it is. Everybody got their own rules. Like these are my rules. These are my rules. I want to hear your rules. By the
Rule
way.
5,
Feel free
Section
to-
3, bilateral 8.
Paragraph 3. Yes. No, because I mean, I think of going out like a job in the sense that one, you leave the drama out. That could be a rule actually, but there are certain things that people go by when it comes to going out. So some people,
true.
for example,
To be successful at going out.
well,
Whatever you
the
define
success
that,
is
whatever you
different.
define that as.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like some people will be like, look, I can't roll 10 deep. Or, I can only roll with my friends. Oh, I'll hang out at in this area. I always have my like startup spot and my end up spot. Like that, those kind of rules.
Mm-hmm.
Not like, I mean, this is not a Bible. This is not the 10 Commandments. This is just what I think. And I think you might agree with some of these.
You can take that.
Huh?
Go.
Excuse you. First day back. He's already giving you shit.
Yeah.
That's what he does. That's what he does. But before we do that, rule number 11. We're gonna talk about pre-gaming because I have to say something to Miko.
I like that you have the pregame rule.
Yes. Yeah. No. Do you consider pre-game a rule?
Fair.
It's standard practice, I believe.
Yeah.
So
So he makes it a rule.
I mean, is pregame a rule or is it a thing?
well, I think it's something that
If you can weave it into a rule, I want to hear it.
no, because I wanted to call you out for last Saturday.
Shit.
For Saturday.
wow.
For Friday.
For Friday, okay.
You're
let's hear it.
you're pre-gaming hard.
Was I?
Were you?
Probably.
We showed up drunk at the Groove Theory.
I wasn't that
Oh.
me.
I thought I told y'all.
I wasn't like
You
that
were
way.
happy.
Oh well, yes.
You're a happy-go-lucky
He was feeling pretty good. I think we were all feeling pretty good that night. It was a good night.
It was fun. It was fun. We'll
Yeah.
get to do some interviews. By the way, we'll post some in the coming days. But let's go back to the pre-gaming thing. Like, well, first of all, what is your process when it comes to pre-gaming?
So
Is there a time frame?
there is. I mean, so obviously there's getting ready, but that's a whole nother conversation, stuff which we've talked
You mean
about before.
putting makeup on and
Yeah,
picking the shoes, the
I'm
outfit?
still waiting for us to get our makeup artist here. That's like our 5th person coming, right? Because we do have a live show.
That's true. That's true.
But past the getting ready part, then there's the all right.
In the mic, man.
See, I'm getting mixed reviews pre-shows. Like get closer, get further, get closer. I
Not
need
good.
like a retractable one.
Just hold it in your
Shake
hand.
and shake. So, whatever vice you're taking and whatever you're doing for that night, most people tend to be drinking. You typically want to start then because I see it as when you're at a venue or somewhere at a club, you're gonna be spending a lot of money drinking, right? So that's one factor of it. Like you just don't want to blow a lot of money at the bar. Hopefully you don't do that. So drinking beforehand, part of the pregame, helps you pull away some of that cost by getting a little tipsy. ahead of time.
Save some money, right?
That's one factor. And then you're already buzzed when you get there. So you're not like trying to slam drinks for the next 2 hours or hour to try to get that buzz.
Well, I'm gonna move on to rule number 10, which is have a purpose when you go out. Because going out just to, I guess when you're in your 20s, you can just go out because you're like, you go to school, you go to college or whatever.
Yeah.
You're still young. You can just go every night of the week. It doesn't matter. But as you get older, it's like, look, if I'm going out, I'm doing this. I'm getting laid tonight. I'm getting drunk. I want to check out some music. I want to dance. I want some live show, something.
Yeah.
Because there's so much going on and you want to make sure it counts. So just saying that, I'm just gonna go out and see what's up. It's kind of a free for all, I think.
Well, when it's loosely defined like that, then it's hard to define success. I mean, I take a professional standpoint at that point, right? Like the project manager, like, what are you doing for that night?
What is your goal?
What is
Did
your
you
goal?
did you
What
write
is
it down in your diary? Like tonight, I'm getting laid, son. I'm getting laid. I'm going to this bar and that bar. Have it all planned out. Some people do. Probably some people do.
I think if your goal is to get laid, it's a lofty goal. Just going out randomly, you should stack the chips in your favor if you do that.
Well, you gotta hit up the right spot.
Which is
This is clearly a guy-dominated
No, please,
conversation.
no. The universe here wants to speak.
I don't have anything to say about getting laid. Okay.
No.
So we're
The
goals.
pregame.
Pregame goals.
Pregame and purpose. When you go out, what is your purpose?
Really.
Don't say have fun, because that's everybody's purpose.
I would say indiscreetly to be seen, not to go out of my way to be seen, but where people notice me, and so I try to make sure I look good, and that people come and talk to me that I haven't seen in a while. It's usually for me the interaction and networking. It's never really, oh, I'm just gonna go get drunk tonight.
Interesting. It's like a branding.
But that's
event
an
almost
older-
for yourself.
That's an
Branding.
older person's view, like myself, where
So you're going out. You're fishing for compliments when you go out.
well, I just don't really just go out to go out anymore.
When Lane walks in
Right.
the room,
You better see me.
you know that when the vinyl scratches and everybody just turns. There's Lane as she walks in.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's
The universe has landed.
that's how it is if you're selective for going out too. So if you don't go out every single weekend and then you pick an event that a lot of people are going to be at that or you haven't seen in a while, then it makes it a little bit more special when everybody sees you because they're like, oh, you're in town.
Well,
That's my number one.
Where would you go? Okay, so if you go to a place where there's not that many people, but let's say you just wanted to check out some music and there's people don't see you because there's not that many people, do you care?
No, that's actually more of a preference. But I want to be with people that I want to chill with and have a good time with. If I'm going to do that, the low key thing, then I might not spend as much time planning my outfit or my hair, curling it and stuff.
Wait, but is that a standard practice? So every time you go out, it's
If
to be
I
seen.
know, I don't want to.
I'm going her ass now. I told her I'd get to you.
Crap. Because I actually don't like to be seen all the time, but if I'm intentionally dressing nice and doing my hair so that I look good, then that's the time you want to be seen. But other times I kind of want to be low key and not everybody coming up to me, and I just want to hang out with whoever I was going there to meet. But if it's an event type of thing where I know that I'm gonna see a lot of people that I like and I know and I haven't seen in a while, that's a different story.
What about you?
And I just want to reiterate that. I feel like Lane goes out to carry her own personal brand, right, to some extent.
The universe is here.
I mean, that's a good thing. I think as you get older, you're conscious of that, and people do that a lot more. For me, it depends on the night and like what's going on. A lot of times, my purpose for going out is the people around me. So I don't go out just to say I'm going to this event to go party. It's more I'm going out to hang with the people that are in town or that I'm meeting up with. It's about them, not about where we're going typically.
Oh, so it doesn't matter where you go. It's about being with the right people.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
It's about who you with.
Is Byron part of that circle?
Sometimes.
I try not to be, but
Fuck, I'm going out with Miko again.
You got stuff.
I'm going to be chaperoned around with Miko.
There's a, I mean,
The
if I'm going to like a show or a concert event, like somewhere where someone's performing, clearly that's a lot easier to define the purpose because you're going to a show. Like that is the purpose.
Right.
But just a regular party, again, it's usually the people I'm with.
See, I don't think that I rarely go out to catch up with people. If I like, if we're going to be at a bar or a club and it's loud, I'm like, this is not the right time to catch up. I'll say what's up. Well, yeah, how you been? I'm alive. All right, cool. You're alive too. Good to see you.
yeah.
You want a drink? No? All right, cool. I'll see you around.
Hopefully you're still alive the next time I want to talk.
Exactly. No, seriously, because I'm like,
I agree. A club is a terrible place to hold
Oh,
conversation.
yeah.
It's a pet peeve.
But if you say, look, I got somebody in town, I'm gonna go to a lounge or like a low key kind of bar with like background music, and you can sit down and have some cocktails. Yeah, but he ain't trying to catch up with someone at Volstead or at Body Rock. I mean, it's
Well,
you know,
some places though, like even Body Rock, you can go outside and chill
That's key.
outside. There's always multiple layers in most venues. Like even the Belmont, you can hang outside.
The patio scene at a lot of
Yeah, if
places.
you
Yeah.
want to talk to
Yeah,
people
that's
more.
true.
So I'm more of a talker, obviously. So I choose.
you
that.
carry your brand. That's what you do.
Yeah,
Something
Yeah.
tells me on this show we're all talkers.
we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. See, I don't.
Well, maybe not.
No, it's not that I don't.
We know
I'm
you're a
not a
dancer.
talker.
Yeah, you're dancing.
I go for the music. That's like my number one, my priority. I don't care if there's 5 people, 10 people, 500 people. The music is dope, I'll stick around. If your music is whack, I'll leave. But I have those nights where I'm like, today I'm just like make my stops. Like I pick an area, I'm like, I'm gonna go say hi over here, say hi over there, because I carry a brand too.
Mm-hmm.
I got to.
Yeah.
I got to.
very true, very true.
Yeah.
Usually I will, excuse me. Usually
Excuse you.
my goal for going out is just kind of reiterate what Miko says. It's kind of spend times with friends.
But that's everybody though.
Yeah, but
Not you.
not you.
Well, okay,
apparently.
my bad. Don't count me out. Count me out. I'm not everybody. First of all.
So yeah, it's less about like what I do and more about who I'm doing it with, or who I'm doing it with. I'm naturally more of a introverted side, so I tend to chill for the most part. So
Cash
for me,
buried in
just
the
going
corner.
out is a nice change of pace. Just be able to be social and just be in the mix for a little bit. So that's normally my goal for going out.
And it's funny because you wouldn't know it seeing you on the dance floor because you're just having a great time dancing the night away.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm not socially
Introverted my ass.
Hey,
You can turn it on and off.
I'll find any and all reasons to not go out and chill
Yeah.
at the crib.
Don't
so.
y'all start testing him because then he just won't show up.
Yeah, like I'm
I'm
supposed to be
tired
on
of
the
seeing
show,
your ass,
but
Byron. I'm tired of seeing your ass, Byron. Stay home and play the PS4.
What's our next role?
hey, you can catch me online.
Catch me online. How about that?
How about that?
All right. Rule number 9: be aware of your surroundings, and that goes into people watching. One, because you never know what could pop off at any time. Like I remember Roxy. Remember Roxy on 6th Street?
Mm.
It's on the corner of 6th and San Jacinto, I think. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, old school.
I don't even remember what it is now. It's always a ratchet.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
always.
it's a ratchet.
Yeah, it is. It is. It changed name like 5 times. It's something else now. I forgot the name.
Same crowd.
But anyway, I'm there. I'm chilling, and upstairs a fight broke out.
Mm.
Dude was hanging
Jason
from the balcony.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude was hanging from the
Awesome.
balcony. Yes. So everybody runs out. We're all on the sidewalk, and we're all standing there like, what the fuck just happened?
That's a movie fight scene, by the way. It was like they're
Yeah, it was.
holding him.
No. It's not over. Hold on. And the dude walks out, like runs out. He had this beige suit on, and he had his
getting
hand
better
in
and
his
better.
pocket, like he had a gun.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
So you never know. All that to say, you never know what can happen.
Wait,
so
wait,
be
you're
aware.
not finishing that story?
No, nothing. Oh yeah, some gunshots. There were gunshots. Sorry, I should have said that. Can't tell a story today. Happy Easter, folks.
By the way.
Bunnies and eggs. Go figure.
Don't
no,
hang
but-
out where back hangs out.
That was a long time
never
ago.
know.
I didn't know anything. The guy ran out with his hand in his vest, and I was like, "Oh, interesting." Next
that
thing
a-
you know, pop, pop, pop.
If that had been today, you wouldn't have to tell me the story. It'd have been all over social media.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So back then, there was none of that. Nobody caught a picture of him. I just remember the beige suit. That's all I remember.
So that could go in line with be aware of your social surroundings if somebody's videotaping your ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You might end up. You might be a meme the next day.
I have mean people on 6th Street for sure.
You have?
Yeah.
You're just mean.
You're just a
I'm
meme.
a
yourself.
mean
You're,
memer.
you're walking and talking meme.
South by I caught it. Yeah, I mean, people just are not their best. So
No, but I mean, like, fight breakout, or just people. What I like to do, while people watching, I think is the best thing out there when it comes to going out. You can just stand there and just look at a couple fighting, and you try to play out like what they're saying to each other. Maybe I have too much time on my hand when I'm out, but I like to play this game.
I guess you're somewhere where there wasn't better music.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if the music is whack but it's still entertaining, I might stick around a little bit because you never know what you'll catch. Like, couples fighting, or you see.
This is your entertainment.
Oh yeah, it is. This
Save
is
it for
live reality TV just for me.
Okay.
And like when the room splits in two, with the guys on one side, the girls on the other, or the girls on the dance floor, and the guys are making a circle around the girls, and you're just watching that, and you're like, this is just like National Geographic. It's like, when is the guy gonna come in
Yes.
and jump in and grab her ass?
As
or
she's
whatever.
doing the mating dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Who will
I mean-
fall for the lure.
Think about it. We're animals.
Speak for yourselves.
I'm still
We
alive.
are animals. We are. I mean,
I'm a mammal.
all the makeup and shit that girls put on, that's just like, what peacocks do when they walk around and shit. It's all like try to attract the opposite sex.
For the video though, can you give me how Peacock walks again?
I don't know.
Do the peacock.
Like this.
Speed
Do
that.
it like this. The peacock do like this.
Hilarious.
Somebody gift that, boomerang that.
Oh
Let
shit.
that
I'm gonna be a
thing.
meme. Fuck, I just created a meme. I'm not sharing this video. Fuck it. It's over.
So on this, I'm gonna break open the laptop for this for rule number 9. Looked up a couple statistics.
What was that?
A little bit of what?
It was
Some-
French.
some
It was
bit-
French.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
That was so far from French. That's horrible.
I mean, so some of the things you gotta wonder is, when I'm out, you said be aware of your surroundings. So like, what's in addition to being social memed, fights and other things going on, you have to be, your safety is another concern, right? You're out and about. You may have been drinking.
Know where the bathroom is.
Austin is for a metropolitan city, for like a top, I think Austin's like number 12 biggest city in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
Our crime rate is crazy low, like one of the lowest across the board.
Right.
But we do have crime, so you got to keep that in mind. But in looking at when things happen, like when different crimes happen at different times of night. Funny enough, first of all, most of the crimes happen in the afternoon, during the day, randomly. I'm just looking at crime
Really?
statistics on the government website, if you still believe in the government these days. Yeah, most happens during the day. I think part of it is the way these statistics play out is that most people are active during the day. I'm awake, things are happening. At
Was that a
night,
poll or a survey or what?
crime statistics from like actual police reports.
Oh, okay.
But when it comes to nighttime, crime is highest for robberies around 10, 11, 12 o'clock. So just bear that in mind. Aggravated assault, a la your fights and people hanging from the window. What time did that happen at? Do you remember? I know it was like 15 years ago, but it was pretty late.
Yeah, it's pretty late. It's probably like 1-ish.
Yeah, so that's around the peak time.
Story checks out.
Oh, right. It
checks
checks out, man. It makes sense.
So aggravated assault it spikes pretty high from about 11 all the way to like fucking 3, 4 in the morning. Right, it's just off the charts from then. Then it cycles down, and then finally, and just something particularly for women to be aware of is sexual assault. That actually peaks during the day at times, and then it stays moderate throughout all the way to the evening. And just be aware of your surroundings as women as well. I mean, It
Don't
happens
walk
at all
alone.
times. I mean, it can't be helped at times, but just be aware. Lane, anything? From being in that position and walking around, is anything you do to
Who
make
wants
sure
to
you're
fuck
safe?
with Lane? Oh, you're off? Try again.
There.
There we go.
What was to say is for me, I just make sure I'm with a group of friends, like especially if your car is parked. Well, I try to ride with other people, so you're not having to go really far for your car, particularly by yourself. Walking alone, because you just never know what you might encounter on the way back to your car, or just having somebody walk with you to your car, perhaps if they're feeling nice. But in general, I mean, sometimes you can't help, like you were saying, what you encounter along the way. So I just want to give a shout out though to Safe Austin. That's where I volunteer a lot of my time. So safeaustin.org. If you do ever run into something like that, there are resources to help you.
Sweet. All right, let's move on. Number 8.
Dun, dun, dun.
I would say don't bar hop. If you're
What?
if you're in your 20s, by all means, go to one place to the next. The thing is, like my rule of thumb is if I go to more than
So you're not in your 20s?
no, I'm not. No, I'm not in my 20s. No. If I go to more than 3 places, I'm not having a good time because it's too much of a to do as far as closing your tab.
That's true.
Go to the next spot, wait in line, order your first drink, go scope out the place, go to the bathroom if you need to.
All the legwork of
Yeah.
getting to a new
So
spot.
that's like maybe like 20 minutes,
fair.
especially if you're in a group, and we'll get to that soon. But it's okay if you pick one area and if that's your purpose, go for it. But you got to think about how much time you have, but from the time you get out of your car to when the bar closes, and you want to maximize that time. So just
Hashtag efficiency.
yes. So if you're just going to, you're going to 10 spots. Let's say you got there at 12 o'clock and you go to 10 spots. You didn't spend that much time in each. I'm trying to do math right now. Fuck it. But you're not going to spend.
Are you ever?
No. That's what Byron's here for. No, I'm kidding.
He's kidding about kidding.
Yeah, right. No, but if you think about, most people get downtown around by 11 o'clock, right? Roughly 11 o'clock. Everything closes at 2, so that's 3 hours. You take away the walking between places, the opening the bar, your tab, order your drinks, bathroom breaks, waiting in line, gather your friends. You're probably party solid an hour and a half out of 3 hours.
Distilled
And the walk-in
all of
and
that.
the politicking
Fair.
and running into friends. So I would say, stick to maybe 3 places in one night. That's just a good rule to me.
Yeah, I think it's different if you are entertaining somebody from out of town. That's often where I see myself actually going out. And so they want to see Austin and maybe different areas. So if you're doing something like that, you have to plan a little bit more into it. Like,
Right.
okay, I'm going to take an Uber not Uber, whatever, Fasten, something, from one place to another to be more efficient on the time. Or you establish like, hey, almost like a bar crawl, like a pub crawl thing where,
Yep.
hey, we're going to be at this place at this time, at this place at this time, and like give enough time in between those 3 locations so that if people are trying to join in at like later in the night, you can tell them where you're at.
Yeah.
And that kind of helps as far as like meeting people, as far if somebody's trying to see a little bit more than just one spot.
Well, I have what I used to have is at least one place that I know I wanted to go to, kind of like what we said during Top By.
A default.
Yeah, default. Like this is where I start up. This is where I start my night. I know the people there. I get a hookups or whatever it is. Or this is where I'm going to end up because the crowd doesn't get hype until 12:30 or 1 o'clock
Yeah.
or whatever. But just going one place to the next is you're just wasting time. You got to be efficient when you go out. That's the rule.
Yep.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Do you? How many places do you hit up in one night? To where you feel like, look, I could have stayed home because I went to this place, music was whack. I went to that place, and there was not enough girls. I went to the other place, my ex-girlfriend was there. I went to the other place, it was too expensive. I went to the other place, and it was a long-ass line. I went to the other place, but my friend got sick. Then I put her in a cab, and I still went out. And I went to another place. I took my car, parked on the other side of town.
It's like 6 in the morning by that point.
I feel like, I was like, this is so good.
For real.
I feel like that's West 6 for me because like nothing ever like,
Goes
I'm
to
like,
plan.
meh.
Yeah.
It's all meh
Yeah.
everywhere I go. So I
everything's
just keep
underwhelming.
bouncing
Yeah.
around to see if I
mean,
can find something
do-
better.
do-
I do that at Rainy. I bounce around. So areas,
Oh, yeah, Rainy.
districts. Like if I'm in a certain area,
Yeah.
I'll hop around in that area. But so that's more of what it is for me. I won't jump to another area of Ulster or wherever city I'm at.
Right.
I won't switch sections really at all, unless I'm like going to meet someone I was already pre-planned. Otherwise, I'm in that spot and I'll circle
Yeah.
around in that area.
People rarely say, "Look, I'm going to Bungalow." Oh, I'm going to
No.
Barcelona. I'm like, I'm going to Rainy.
I'm going
Yeah.
to Rainy.
I'm going to Rainy. I'm going to West Six, and from there. And the thing I hear a lot, and I do the same, is you run into somebody and you go, "Where'd you go tonight?" And you ask them, "Did you find anything that was hopping?" Or
Right.
yeah, I'm thinking about going to the ranch. No, don't go to the ranch. Never go to the ranch. No, never go to the ranch.
Nah.
You go to the ranch?
No.
Oh, okay. Good. Scared me there, man. I was about to turn the mic off. I just came from Dirty Bills and it was dope, or I just came from that place and that place. So, I catch myself asking that a lot because you're always looking for the next good spot, but then you end up bar hopping a lot, and you're like, look, I just went around asking people, and I didn't spend time just having a good time because I was always on the lookout for the next spot.
So that's the final advice I want to give is that once you have a spot that you're decently having a good time at, don't think the grass is green on the other side. I mean, you
Right.
could hop forever and not find that, and then you're never coming back to that spot you're at. The magic's not going to be the same. Like, enjoy where you're at and experience that.
Make the best of it.
yeah.
If there's nobody dancing, jump in there.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably a wax spot. You should probably hop it.
Well, I mean, like my rule is wherever I am at 1 o'clock, that's where I'm gonna be
That's
for
a
the
fair
rest
rule.
of the night.
That's
That's-
fair.
Yeah, that's good.
Power hour.
Where's that
Yeah.
on the list?
I don't know. It's part of.
Yeah.
Well, what we
It's
at now?
sub article 4 of 3.
This is 8-1 paragraph
For
2.
real.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
usually hop like if it's Sunday brunch or if I'm
Oh, yeah.
day partying, because then
Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
as the
more
day
time.
goes on, there's different waves, different crowds that come
That's
in,
true.
so you can move around and hop on different waves. But if I'm just going out at night with like 2 hours left, I'm not gonna hop around. I'm just gonna go.
It's gonna go home.
Where everybody
If I ever leave the house,
knows your
but yeah,
name.
I'm just gonna go do my thing. Like,
What's the latest you left the house and actually made it downtown and you're like, fuck, like
About
I
1.
should have just stayed home. Like you have a time by which if you're not out of the house, you're not gonna go out.
I think midnight. I always feel like because I'm.
Well, you live in South Dallas. No
I
shit.
know,
Oh, yeah.
like
You get
so
here
it's
at, like,
30 minutes, and then you're like
1:30.
12:30, and then all of a sudden it's 1:30, and it's already time. I'm like, why did I drive 30 minutes to stay out for 1 hour? But it's usually if I promise like 5 people I was going to be there or something.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
obligation. So when I lived further, midnight was definitely the cutoff. Like if I'm not out by midnight, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. I'm not gonna be out long enough. All your efficiencies of
Yeah.
what we said earlier. I mean, but now where I'm at, like I'll cameo, just to say I was
Yeah, I
there
mean-
to do the branding.
he'll leave at 2.
Yeah.
Catch that parking lot
I
action.
made it.
Can't say I've never done that.
That's hilarious.
I was there the whole time. What are you talking about?
All right, let's move on. Rule number 7. That's for the ladies actually. Wear comfortable clothes and shoes, and don't dress up for the first 10 minutes.
First, it's the 21st century.
Yeah,
it might
I
be
mean-
for some men too.
I mean, there's something about girls that like they put on, they try to break it. They just bought shoes that Saturday and they want to break them in that night, and they look cute in my shoes. I'm like, girl, I love your shoes. I love your shoes. And then they walk in and they're like, whoa! And then 10 minutes later they're like, fuck, I can't walk. Becky, come get.
Let me pull my flats out my purse.
Yeah, if they have flats. If they have flats. If they have flats.
I saw a girl that had, and we're gonna let our female have the voice here in just a second. I saw a girl that had have you seen this, Lane? Where it was like she had a platform, and you can take off like the heel part or something like that. It
Oh, really?
converted it to a flat.
That's
Wow, that's next level shit.
interesting. Yeah, I have not seen that, so
Ah.
that might be our next brand plug.
What,
You heard it here first.
What's your you rather be look good, especially as you carry a brand, and still go through the pain?
I'm more of a comfortable person, so in general, if I know I'm going to be on my feet for a long time, I will definitely be okay wearing Chucks or something like that, like during South by, like that type of going out. But if it's for a club and everybody's dressing up, I would say I would choose my shoes that I know have a little bit of heel still, but they're not super uncomfortable. But every girl has that friend who will try to wear like
That bitch.
the most stiletto of stilettos, and
You see her wobbling down the
and
street.
they're so
Stilt Leto.
Yeah, they wearing stilts. Yeah.
because they'll just complain the whole time, and you're like,
My feet hurt.
Really?
My feet hurt. Like, bitch, why did you choose them
Really?
shoes?
Exactly.
You know you were gonna dance.
But in her defense, like that girl is always the one getting the compliments. Like, oh, I love your shoes. Oh my god, I love your shoes.
From
Yeah,
other,
meanwhile,
from
you
other
can't walk.
girls.
Exactly.
Because guys don't give a shit. Honestly, we don't. Actually, if you fall, either we'll laugh first and help you out and
Yeah.
be like, hey, how you doing?
It's mostly risk.
Yeah. Because we don't care. Honestly, don't. I mean, girls dress for other girls.
Yeah,
They do.
Yeah.
I give you an example, and this was actually this was in Paris, but go out with a friend, show up, and then another girl had the same outfit. She's like, "Fuck this shit, I'm going home and change." I'm like, "Are you serious? The club is big enough."
Oh
And
yeah,
she was like, "No
I
way."
definitely couldn't do it.
You'd go home, you drive back to South Dallas to put on
I
another
used to be
outfit?
like, okay, either we're going to a new spot or the night's over.
"Wow."
But it is like that because you just feel like really uncomfortable if somebody has the same exact dress on or something. I've only had it happen like one time, but
But you see, when guys sees we're wearing the same shirt, we go, get the same shirt, hey.
South by, I saw somebody with the same shirt as me. I took a picture with him.
Like, yeah, come on, let's take a shot, dude.
Shit, good taste,
But
brother.
girls like,
Yeah, validated my choice. Validated my choice. So
you know, the next day they'll be like, who wore it best?
a little side by side.
For real, I mean, come on, be comfortable, and that's it. Like I tell that to all the girls that I've gone out with. Like they know they're going out with me, and I'm like, we know we're gonna dance, so make sure your shoes are comfortable. Well, they don't hurt. Are they gonna hurt? How long is it gonna take? Is it gonna be 10
They don't hurt
minutes?
right
It's gonna
now.
be- they don't hurt right now because
you
now you're in
have-
the car and you're sitting your ass. But when we get there and we get on the dance floor, better be ready.
You know those friends.
I'm
though, because
looking
they're
for
newbies.
your rule where you had the girls walking with the no shoes. Are you gonna get to that part?
The McDonald's,
Yeah.
the McDonald's bags, yeah.
So that's all a part of this rule.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
don't be that girl that's walking barefoot on the nasty ground because your feet hurt because you work too uncomfortable.
You walk in the
shoes.
back alley on 6th Street with you with barefoot.
Just shooting down them, but they are nasty. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
look
Oh,
down
yeah.
when I'm stepping in.
But yeah, for one tip from one girl to another,
Mm-hmm.
they have these shoes
Who
now.
else you talking? Who you talking to? Talking to Miko. Go ahead. From one girl to another, please.
Talking about our listeners, obviously, but so they have these new for conferences. Like I wear heels when I'm doing different events for that. But then they've started to give away at trade shows these they're like foldable almost. You could do foldable flats or foldable. They're just like
Interesting.
comfortable shoes, like almost like booty type stuff.
Oh, nice. Shit, I'll make, if I had a bar, I'd put it in a freaking vending machine.
Yeah,
not a
exactly.
bad-
You can make some money, and they're cute. Like you
Or
know,
put a
maybe
locker or
sparkle
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
but
put
yeah,
it-
that's the new thing.
We should just make a locker and put McDonald's bags in there.
yeah. And we'll just brand them. We got McDonald's, we got Target, we got Randall's. Which one you want,
for your
bitch?
feet?
How fancy are you? We
Bunch
got
of shopping
Nordstrom.
bags.
Yeah.
You come again.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually like turn like a Target bag into a shoe. And
I
And
have
hey-
never seen that before you put that meme up. I was like, what? Is that really a thing? Have you ever seen anybody?
No, I haven't seen that. I
Okay.
saw it online, and
But it was fun.
some girl in Europe, I think, did that, and she's like, I mean, she was right. That's better
I saw.
Yeah,
than
the
barefoot.
ground.
And it wasn't raining or anything, so good for her.
Yeah, I've seen something like that. Maybe not for that exact reason, and not in downtown Austin or anywhere, but at a festival where it's like get really muddy, and somebody had like a bunch of bags and just started handing them out, and people were putting them on their shoes and like over their feet. That's the
call.
closest I've ever seen to that.
But as guys, is there anything that like would make you uncomfortable as far as what the way you dress and what you put on? Guys don't give a shit, really.
So for me, it's. Am I socializing? Am I like being more the brand night, or am I dancing? Am I partying?
Yes.
So I'll dress differently on that. And if you know, there's shoes I can wear that are less comfortable, that are more fashionable.
Yeah. And where you going too?
Yeah, and even what I wear, like, am I gonna wear a long sleeve? I probably don't want to do a long sleeve. I want to be dancing, and moving a lot. I want something that's more breathable.
Breathable.
Do you? I always check the weather.
That's
Before-
smart.
before
you
stepping
laugh.
out.
That's
No, but a lot of people
Everyone
don't. And
should.
they're like, oh, shit, the temperature just dropped by 10 degrees. And, oh, my God, I'm
Yeah,
cold. I'm like, bitch,
it's
why
less.
you wearing that?
Yeah.
You have an app, watch the weather, and dress accordingly. And if you know, like, well, we're just going to walk outside. I mean, we're going to be inside anyway. We're not going to be in the patio or outside. So I can wear, like, a sleeveless shirt or whatever. And next thing you know, there's a long ass line outside.
yeah.
And then we just stand there like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
cold. I'm like, well, shit. Got to plan. Got to plan your outfits.
Plan.
plan.
That guy.
That's gonna be a reoccurring theme. By
Yeah.
the way.
Plan your
Or
outfits.
as a guy, you could take that as your opportunity to offer your jacket.
Maybe that's why.
What jacket?
Maybe that's why they come out there like that. They're like, well, I'm just gonna find somebody to offer me a jacket.
Yeah, right. But be aware of your surroundings. The motherfucker with the jacket. You never know. You never know.
Motherfuckers got like 3 jackets.
Jackets? Who want? I got jackets. Just pop out of the alley. Actually, if a dude walks out of the alley with shoes and a jacket, the girl's walking barefoot and got a sleeveless shirt.
It's like, I'm ready for you, baby.
I got shoes. I
you.
got shoes and a
got
jacket,
you. I'm gonna
bitch.
take care of you.
Yes, I got you. Come on in.
Next rule.
Rule number six.
Got weird.
Number 6, drink smart and pace yourself. That goes without saying, really. Like, some people are not shot people,
Yeah.
or they know that, for example, if they drink tequila, then now if they don't drink tequila, then if they drink tequila, then get fucked up really quickly.
Right.
Like, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
won't
be smart
drink.
about
I
it.
won't do tequila until the end of the night.
Here's the problem: when you do tequila, how are you doing it?
You mean how you doing it? It goes down your throat. What's the difference?
Shots?
You drink it.
Or-
Oh, shots to drink, like margarita.
Tequila. Typically, when people are doing tequila at a club, it's in shots.
Yeah.
Like you drink tequila in a drink at happy hour, and
Ah.
so that's why tequila fucks people up because they're taking it in shots. Like,
I don't know. I can't do tequila.
first of all, nobody's body is built for shots. That's overrated. that's a quick power up, but it's always gonna take you down almost every time.
Do you have an alcohol that you can't have? That makes you
No.
sick? Oh, excuse us. The universe
Can
has
handle it
spoken.
all. But I actually really is with the exception of Friday night, I usually don't do shots. So if I haven't had anything else to drink and I know the night's almost over, okay, I can do a shot. But if in general, if I've been drinking, I always say no to shots if I can possibly do that. Unless it's like one of those nights where it's somebody's birthday and everybody has
The
to do the
obligation
shot because
thing.
it's part of a speech or something. Yeah. So you'll see me occasionally turn down a shot because I don't think it's the best plan
Yeah,
for me.
same here. I'll turn
Yeah.
down shots pretty quick.
Yeah, me too. I would.
Yeah.
That's-
Unless I've been drinking, and then
And then it's tough.
it's like, sure.
Well, I mean,
Sure.
it-
I've already crossed that threshold.
Or if you are like
do this.
in Vegas and you are walking home or something.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I know guys that like they'll have 2 drinks, but some of the strongest shit ever, like beginning of the night, and they're done for the rest of the night. Like, that's drinking smart to me, because that one, they sober up and don't take anything
Oh,
else.
okay.
Yeah.
And they're
When you,
good.
when you said done, I thought you meant they're like X's over their eyes.
I'm like,
No, like,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
done
They're
drinking. Like,
finished
they go
drinking.
hard like
Yeah.
early,
And then they coast for the rest.
and then
of
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Or then you got the one, oh, it's 1:45, last call, and you just
Nah,
Nah.
not that. I know someone that will drink a glass of water for every drink that they have. So
Smart.
that's their way of pacing and staying hydrated, is to keep that 1-to-1 ratio going throughout the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout to you and your South by story of trying to hydrate while drinking. At,
how you do that?
At how do you?
No, I mean, no, you just
oh yeah, I was like,
Go
what
ahead.
did I do? I was drinking liquor with water. So Deep Eddy, what was it? Orange with water was my drink of choice. Because you're mixing the water right in there.
Right, you're getting a hydration with that. Granted, the waitress, that was so foreign to her. It was such
Oh
a
my gosh.
amazing concept. She was like, "Wait, water? No, it's liquor. Like, you want a
She's like,
separate
"Do you
thing
want
of
a
water?"
bottle of water?
What
No.
does it still matter? Does it matter even if you mix it?
No, I just wanted. It's a thing for
Just
women.
wanted to water down. That I do it too. We
My
do it with
friends
Crown and
started
everything.
it who were like on diets. So instead of wasting calories, quote unquote, on sodas or juices, they would do water with the liquor. And so I just use that as I'm staying hydrated during South by. I would do the liquor with the water because you're just drinking so much throughout the day during South by. Well, I am anyway. But
Sure.
that I was drinking liquor with water. But yeah, sometimes the bartender will be a total idiot and not understand that you mean the water inside of the same glass as the liquor.
Yeah.
But whether it's separate or not, is it counter effective? Maybe.
You could one
It
could argue that,
helps.
but
It definitely
or you
helps.
could say
I mean,
like
it's
a
still
drink
water.
with soda and then a water afterwards. To me, a water with a liquor is the
You're cutting out
perfect
that
combo.
middleman.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I've definitely.
I'd be
done
curious to know if it's actually counterproductive.
I mean, by the numbers,
No.
you're getting more hydration. I mean,
Yeah, you're
water.
getting less
Okay.
and less bad calories.
but
like
I would think
soda.
the alcohol would actually eat up the water or something.
What do you
or-
think is happening?
I don't know. My body weird. My body weird. It's like, alcohol gets in there and goes, fuck you, water.
No.
I don't know. It sounds counterproductive, but I
think
tried.
it doesn't help you. I don't think it helps you get really less drunk so much. It just helps you not get fucked up. Like
Yeah.
not get like hungover and a crazy headache and things like that.
Okay.
At least when I drink water, I do it with like my whiskeys. I'll have them put a little water in there to water down.
And
over
it
Coke.
does make it a little bit. You sip it slower though too because
Yeah,
it's almost like
whoa.
a shot. You're sipping straight liquor
Yeah,
essentially,
it makes you coast.
even
a
if
lot
it
more.
has water in it.
All right, noted.
Try it out.
I'd rather have them separate. Same effect. Just I like the mid. I like the.
Yeah.
I'm drinking
It's whatever
liquor.
you
I'm
like.
drinking
Whatever
water.
you
So I'm wait
like.
before we move on to rules. I have more stats. Miko by the numbers.
Yes.
Make a button.
So when it comes to liquor, so we talked about how many drinks you're taking. You have some people that make 2 drinks that are really strong, some people that put water in it. Some of that comes down to, well, how much, you may wonder, how much liquor can I take in an hour or 2 or whatever and not get wasted? I mean, one of the things you want to know is how much, one of the questions I looked up is how many shots can you take? How much liquor can you take before you're at risk of dying?
Oh wow.
Oh, let's guess.
How many shots?
How many shots
do
of
this.
what?
So the stat I have is for over 4 hours.
Okay.
Over like a night,
over the course
basically.
of 4 hours. how many
Okay,
shots?
but does it matter what kind of alcohol?
No.
No. Okay.
We'll say just the standard liquor, not like beer.
I would say 15.
I was gonna say 12 if you haven't passed out by that point.
Yeah. It said dying. Like
for
on the
4
verge of
hours.
dying.
yeah.
For 4 hours, my guess would be 20. If you think about 5 an hour.
He's gonna say like
Okay,
75.
recap. How much?
12.
12.
15.
20.
Ding 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 ding.
20?
Ding, ding. 20 over
4 hours.
Yeah, over 4 hours.
Because it's
Obviously,
5 shots.
like
an hour.
spread out over 4 hours.
Well, I was
spread
talking
out.
double shots, but
right.
Yeah.
I was factoring in there.
You're very clear, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's over 4 hours. Obviously, body weight plays a big factor, and like
Sure.
man woman is a little bit different, but on average, yeah. I mean, that's pretty fucking hard to take.
Yeah,
20
because
shots
you're
in 4
taking
hours.
and
But-
if you're taking 5 shots an hour, you're out of there.
But
probably.
translate that. That's also so if you incorporate that as
ounces.
drinks. I mean, some bartenders will pretty much pour you three shots in a drink,
Yeah.
and if you take 5 of those, that's
I'll do it.
15 shots. You're getting close, buddy.
Shit. All right. Next up.
We've been there. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
what did I do Friday?
Well, I gotta bring up bullshit. All right, number 5, carry cash. I'm still surprised that a lot of people just don't carry cash. I mean, I grew up. My mom always told me always have at least like $50 on you just in case shit happens. And 2, when you go somewhere and you have to pay at the door, they don't have the credit card reader.
That's less
So-
and less of a problem, but it still can be.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, and also as far as getting in and out of places, opening your tab, closing the tab, that's another five,
That's
10
true.
minutes, depending on how busy the bar
Yeah,
is.
you're
If
right.
it's cash, throw 20 and get the
And
fuck
get
out.
Yeah, yep.
So-
Parking too.
Yep, that's true.
Parking.
Park in.
Well, I would say for me, it's a huge pet peeve if the guy doesn't have cash on him and there comes along a time, like say you're on a date, whatever, and then you go to the door and he's like, I don't have any cash on me. I'm like, what? This will
Wah,
never be.
wah, wah.
We'll never be in this scenario again. You get my drift.
You got kicked out of the universe. No, but and
But I'm
tipping
just
also.
saying for yeah.
Tipping.
Tipping.
I think it's
So I don't carry a lot of cash. Your mother would not approve. I probably did when I was younger, but now that pretty much everyone takes credit card, I don't.
mean,
I
it's
don't
just-
carry a lot of cash. It can be convenient, so I'll carry cash for tips.
Yeah,
That's
but
a lot. That's a lot easier, and I might close out real quick. Or
I mean, forgetting your card at the bar, that kind of shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I usually don't close it out. Like I'm not last call. I'm already closed out by last call typically. So I try to beat that
Mr.
rush.
I think
Planner.
it's too big of a to do. Just carrying the car.
No,
everywhere.
I don't deny there's definitely good reason to have cash.
Also-
but part of it is then you have to carry cash.
Yeah, but like if you say, look, I'm only spending $60 tonight. Just got the $60. Leave your card at home.
It puts you on a budget.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you're on a budget, that's a good way
Of course,
to
shit
to
goes
measure
down,
that
then you only have $60, and
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
situation. I can say also with when it comes to cash, I have more and more try to be more of a minimalist when I go out, less and less. Like I try not to take a wallet anymore, phone. I have my cards in there. As a result of that, I don't have a lot of place to put cash. Like maybe I just need to get a money clip, but I'm just trying to be less and less bulky, carrying shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So for that reason is why I carry less cash. I have like nobody robbed me. I have like a 20, like stashed in there as a just in case.
Find his ass.
Whole $20. Next to a credit card, next to my ID. But like that's my backup.
Where's it at?
Yeah, I
Cash
think,
Miko.
I think 20 is a good number because if you need parking or
Yeah.
a
It's the
fee to get
fallback.
in, yeah, like if you're just trying to do one thing, as a minimum, yeah, $20 I think is fine. Now in my friend's case, so she did the phone thing with the credit cards, and
She lost her phone?
accidentally left her phone, in the bathroom, and then
There you
lost
go.
her credit cards too.
There you go. Trying to be effective. Trying to be efficient, and then boom.
Yeah, just saying.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on. This is my favorite. One of my favorites, number 4. Don't go out in big groups. You're not chaperoning. You're not Power Rangers. You're not
not
the
Planeteers.
posse.
Well, I would say the exception to that would be if you're all in costume.
Oh.
Like,
Well,
you
if-
can go out in a
yes.
big group if
Excellent
everyone's
because-
like
Yeah. If
dressed
it's
up
it's
and-
themed,
if
yeah,
it's a theme thing.
I get that. Or if you just
But on a normal night now.
Like the
or if-
onesie gang.
or if you break out into a dance in the middle of the middle of the street, then yeah, be in a group. Don't be by yourself.
Yeah.
Breaking out in routine. But other than that, I mean, you always see these. The girls' night out, I think, is stupid because
Guys do it too.
yeah, but I think same guy. Any like guy or girls' night out sucks because one, you're fucking up the ratio. If a guy's not out, you're fucking up the ratio because you show up like 10 deep with you and your boys, all with the same goal, hopefully, and you're coming in 10 deep, and now the guy-girl ratio is all off. Now, girls' night out, the thing I don't like about it is they all look out after each other, and they're like the Marines, never leave anybody behind, and it's all like they come in real quick, and they bar hop, so they come in real quick. Woo! Ah, Becky, happy birthday! We all have the
Becky's
same outfits.
I
popular.
know. I just go to
Always
is
so-
Becky
You know-
every time.
you know,
Becky
Becky
with the good hair.
Becky's out there, white girl, blonde bitch.
And you can stop calling every chick a bitch. Just saying.
What? I'm just saying.
Becky
I mean,
doesn't have to be a bitch. Okay.
sure, but it's not one. It's a pack of 5. It's a pack of 5, different color, look like Sailor Moon and shit. And then they come in.
That would be dope, but continue.
Yeah, no, because it's too much of a
It's a logistical nightmare.
yes. It's too many opinions, too much politics, and when we talked about being efficient as far as bar hopping, add that element to it,
Yeah.
you're not gonna have a good time if you're rolling 10 deep.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to like holler at one of the girls in the group, I could see where that would be annoying too.
Go for Becky. She's the weakest one in the pack.
my God.
She's the tall one.
Because
Poor Becky.
it could be intimidating, right? Because there's all the other girls, and they're like, "Oh, we have to. She has to come with us," and they try to pull her along.
They're the line, the blockers.
Yeah, I could see.
Yeah, then we gotta
that.
go,
All pro blockers.
She's the we gotta go, bitch.
I don't usually see.
We came here together. We're leaving together.
I don't usually see that happen though, unless it's like literally a bachelorette party.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, and then
Do you ever see
Nah,
like
but
10
even
girls?
the
like that?
bachelorettes though, they're pretty wild.
I mean, I see the bachelorette thing a lot, but like I don't see like 10 girls rolling in usually.
occasionally.
you see that.
Oh,
You see
okay.
that.
I
And
gotta
they
pay
carrying
attention.
dicks, and they all.
She's talking about non-bachelorettes.
Oh, no, black
Non,
guys.
yeah, I was like, I
Sorry.
definitely see the bachelorette parties. I definitely don't see the non-bachelorette parties carrying dicks. Okay.
Let's start a trend. All girls out there listening.
Oh my god.
Where was that place you mentioned earlier, Byron, where you go to get hooked up? That's probably where this is at.
Yeah. Bag lives an interesting world over here.
I see Becky's everywhere. Man. No, but not just that. But if you're out with a group of people and you don't have the same purpose, As far as going out, like one
I
girl's
agree.
like, I want to go out because I just got a promotion. The other one, I work hard. I want to get fucked up. The other one trying to get laid. The other one is just wants to be with her friends to catch up and trying to talk to you all night. And you're like, no, bitch, I came out to.
Another one doesn't want to be
celebrate.
there.
Yeah. Or the drama one because she went into an ex-boyfriend, so then she just ruined it for everybody. No, don't go out in more than 3 people. You'll save
you
some
can help
time,
it.
save some drama. It's not worth it.
Let me add some asterisks in there in that you can.
No.
No amendments.
No, don't do it.
Next rule. No.
No, go ahead.
Fucking train of thought. So you can meet other people out.
Yes.
But your own group. You should like
Yeah.
be in little sections. Little like blue team, red team.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
meet up with people, perfectly fine.
And then you're like,
Mobbing together, and you're like, we all got to stick together. That shit's just nobody wins.
I had a friend who did that, and he was just annoying with that because you're like, look, you didn't roll with them. We all met over here. We're gonna go to this other spot. He's like, hold on, let me see who's in the. Somebody's in the bathroom. Somebody's closing a tab. Somebody's hollering at this dude. Let me go get her. I'm like, why are you chaperoning, man? They're grown ass people. Why are you chaperoning?
It's social media days too, dude. Just hit them up, let them know you're at.
Yeah, exactly. I'll see you at 2:00. How's that?
I'll have some bags for your feet.
Yeah, right. Now beware of surroundings. I'll be right around the corner with a jacket, and shoes for you. All right, next up, rule number 3: explore, get out of the comfort zone. There's a lot of things going on in Austin every day, and some of the good stuff is actually during the week. You know, people think you know, Friday, Saturday is the big night. That's, you know, as you're getting younger, but you go out on the Wednesday or Tuesday night or even a Monday.
Some cultural shit.
Not
during the week.
necessarily. I
We
mean,
used
go
to do Dirty Bills number Wednesdays
Ah,
or
Dirty
like
Bills
Red
Wednesday,
Fez
yep,
on
there you go.
Sundays.
Fair.
But now they said Sid is on Wednesdays. Something with
spasmatics,
the
man.
goose.
It's,
Oh,
it's
Golden
good. Golden
Goose.
Goose.
Golden
Yeah.
Goose
Golden
for
Goose.
corrupt.
Yeah.
There was a gold in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But
And there's
spasmatics,
some geese.
you go see the spasmatics at
Yeah, I've been
at
there a
Cedar
bunch.
Street.
Uh-huh,
Oh, on Thursdays.
No,
Wednesdays?
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
I was there last week and the place was packed.
Oh man, they put on
Yeah,
a great
it's
show.
a-
Packed.
They're always
And the
awesome.
crowd, there was a lot of girls. They were like in the early 20s. They
80s
were
music.
front-
Like-
yeah, but they're in the 20s. They were not around, and they were front center, just singing along to every song. And I'm like, wow, for once I don't see a bunch of milfs just up there.
That's that. They play that crowd for sure.
No, it works. It works. Shout out to the Spasmatics, man. Put on a great show.
Now, during the week, I go to obviously there's a happy hours, but like there's different companies will put on promotional events in a week. So you can go to like liquor tastings. You can go to like
Yep.
Google Fiber Space for those that have one in their town or something like that, an event space. Like there's a lot of companies will throw promotional events for the professional crowd, right? Trying to pull that people out. And a lot of that shit's free too.
Yeah, it
So
is.
I mean, some of it will be charged, but a lot of it's free.
Yep. And
So
you
get
can
out
wild
there.
out if you want to, but it won't be.
It's
You know,
school
people-
night.
Yeah.
You
It's
can
school-
wild
school
out,
night.
but
And
Keep
yeah,
your day job.
And if you're used to going to, you know, a lot of people get stuck in the same routine as far as going out. Like they always hit up, you know, a certain spot or always hit up a
hit their
certain
defaults
party.
in their certain district.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that I know people, for example, who never go to the east side. Like you always catch them at the W, you catch them at Lux or something. I'm
You
like,
catch them outside.
yeah. But
That took a little
was like,
bit.
I know. You just hit me just now. But they never go to the east side. I'm like, you realize you don't have to be all decked out when you go over there. And two, if you want some good music and people like who know how to party, I would say, and dance, and people get sweaty. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what sexual preference
They don't even
you have.
care if your name is Becky.
Yeah, Becky can just be there and be herself.
Becky's allowed on the east side.
We're gonna name this shit like the story of Becky.
I feel so bad for any Beckys out there. I'm sorry.
I know one Becky, so sorry, Becky. I know that's not you. I'm not talking about you. Rule number 2, very, very important, and that's something that get off your fucking phone. Get off your phone. And I understand that, like, yeah, it's great to keep up with people. Hey, I'm going over there. Meet me over there. But once you're there, get off it. If you're out there to be social, the saddest thing I've ever seen was the bachelorette party. 10 girls sitting at the W on their phones, every single one of them.
Even the Bachelorette?
Yes.
Ah, well, that's her fault then. Because she could have got off
That
the
is
phone.
sad. I'm sorry,
and
that's
yelled at her
fucking sad.
bachelorette.
They could have
Yes.
been researching their next move. Okay, you don't know what
No,
was going on.
it's a bachelorette party. It's Becky's role to find out what
Right.
the move is.
It's
She's the
a
planner in the
job,
group.
Yeah. Starting to get a
does it
little
all.
too close to home.
Becky does it all. She requests songs from the DJ. She buys drinks. She drove. She got the weed. She got everything. Becky.
Hilarious. Yeah, when I was telling somebody about this rule, they said, "Oh, you're definitely not going to be the one talking about that rule."
Well, I was about to say earlier, exception to Lane for doing promoting for us with the podcast. Definitely
Yeah.
keep
Well,
your phone out.
Lane's
If
working.
it's your job,
If it's your job, sure, do it. But still, if you're out there just banking and checking out Twitter, like you're being social with other
yeah,
people
it's weird if
who are
you're
not
like
there.
just scrolling.
Yeah, well, if you're at a place where you feel the need to go on your phone, then something's wrong with the place or you.
No, something wrong with
Like,
you
Yeah.
because you chose to be
Well,
at that
okay,
place.
well, that's true. Okay,
You
Give me a
walked
whack
in.
spot that you're still at. Like,
Yes.
just get off your phone and leave.
yeah, there's plenty of other stuff to do.
Yeah, so I think that
Maybe the
the
place was not for you.
delineation
Yeah.
is that if you are at a place, especially with dancing, like don't be on your phone like scrolling through Instagram. Like it maybe sometimes it's for somebody that's waiting on somebody and they're feeling nervous, so they pretend to get on their phone. I don't know. I'm just thinking of different scenarios.
You've
like-
never done that. You're just saying that's what you hear.
Yeah, you never.
just kidding. That's totally me. But
He's on the dance floor like.
like if
Like-
you don't want people, because sometimes you don't want somebody to come talk to you because you're just waiting on somebody.
You're on the dance floor. Act like you're busy.
Not in the dance floor. I'm just talking about like if you're in the corner.
Well, if you're
So in the dark corner,
me.
counting prime numbers to yourself.
You just avoid. Sometimes it's purposeful to avoid the social interaction if you're not feeling it or whatever.
I get it.
Fair,
Be aware of your
fair.
surroundings. Fine.
Your phone is your resting bitch face.
Yeah. Yeah.
A good call. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. No, but it's not just that. It's selfies and taking pictures every 5 seconds.
I know a lot of people that do that. And it drives me
That's
crazy.
annoying. Oh, let me put a different filter. Oh, wait, it's not my good profile. Let me,
man.
here, can you take
Let's-
a picture of us? I'm like,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
Becky,
that.
sure.
I definitely have to get at least like 3 variations of a picture so you know this about
Okay,
me.
do 3,
But-
done, and then done.
Yeah,
Put it
but
away.
then it's like it's over. But when you're taking 10 variations of a selfie, then I have a problem with
No, and then the girls give you their phone. I want a
Yeah.
version too.
it. Yeah.
It's like,
I'm like, just text it to her later.
Oh god, yeah, I hate that.
Use your phone at the end of the night
So
when you're
3
trying to
pictures
exchange
max.
numbers. You're trying to find Becky, or you're trying to call a cab, or trying to figure out where to eat. Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna circle back on the picture thing. If you're taking a group picture with a group, you only need one camera. Y'all all friends.
Yeah.
Like share it, or get whoever is most worried about having a picture on their phone or the best phone. You only need one. I don't want the rotating out. All right, this phone, this camera, this. You're all taking the same.
That is a
damn
good
picture.
point too. Like
it's the
just
same photo.
establish who has the best camera starting in the front. Because if your picture sucks, I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, but I need to take one on my camera.
And I need your number so I can send you the picture. And I mean, it's they're always gonna do the same freaking posing. I think pictures are better when they're just candid. Yeah, if you're gonna do a duck face, I'm sorry. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
If you
I'm
don't know
not
what a
taking a
duck
picture.
face is,
Are you gonna do the sorority pose when girls put their hands in their lap and it like dip a little
Yeah.
in the
but
front
dip.
row?
when I dip,
Dip.
you dip, we dip.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like they're all gonna do that. Like, hold on, let's do a funny
hand-
one.
the hand on the-
Like,
the
hand on the hip,
the hand on the
hip.
Like the profile with the legs, you can see like
You
the
got the
side of the
angle.
I might
leg
do the
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the high heel that's killing her feet right now.
You guys are such a hater.
Well, you gotta
Your girls
represent.
gotta look good. You know what I'm saying?
No, they do. No. Girls can look good all they want.
But
Just
most
don't
girls
bitch about
know
it.
the angle and the pose.
But don't bitch about it. That's all.
Yeah.
You can look at all you want. We'll compliment you, but don't bitch to us about it. Oh, my feet hurt. Oh, yeah,
And to
That
circle back to
call.
the rule, don't bitch about it to people on your phone.
yeah, exactly. Hashtag
Yeah.
feet hurt. No, sorry.
And moving on.
All right. And rule number 1, actually, it's kind of a universal rule. I think there shouldn't be 10 commandments, but one commandment in life: don't be a dick. Don't be a dick to the people who are working in the bar, the door guy, the staff, the bartender. You run into somebody, you bump into them, say you're sorry. You don't have to, be a dick about it, start fights and shit like that.
Right.
So, I think that there's something about nighttime and add drinking plus sexual tension plus loud music and plus or minus drugs, or multiply by drugs, multiply by the number of people, and then there's gonna be somebody is gonna be an ass.
There's gonna be some douchery.
There's gonna be some douchebaggery going around. So, rule number 1: don't be a dick. It's simple. I know it's not asking much really. So, act like you want to be treated, and be nice to people, and you'll have a good time.
Is there some proactive things you can do to be very undick-like?
Undick-like? Be comfortable in your shoes.
Be comfortable.
Wow, just really won't let that go, will you?
Sometimes I feel like, like it's usually based on something you went through like within the last hour, for example. So if say you stood in line and it took forever to get in the club, you might be in a bad mood. Say it took forever to get a drink and everybody's pushing you over, or somebody spilled their drink on you. I think sometimes people get caught up in their own world, and that's where the dickery comes from. And I feel like it's more like just shake it off, know that some things like that are going to happen. It's a normal going out scene, and that you just have to roll with the punches, and try not to keep passing on the negativity, essentially.
I agree with that. Me and Lane's universe overlap there, and that a lot of times when people bump me or whatever, they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Don't. It's a concert. It's gonna happen."
Yeah.
I give him a look.
I
first.
don't even want them to say.
If it's a white guy, I give him a look first, like, mother, and then he's like, "I'm sorry, man." I'm like, "I'm kidding, man. I don't give a shit."
Back at some racial tensions here. Becky, if it's a white guy, give him a look.
if you're a white guy,
Seeing a pattern.
you know what? Be aware of your surroundings. Beware of the white guy with the cargo shorts, the flip flops, and the hat backwards.
That's a lot.
Yes, but there's many of them. Beware of your surrounding.
But I say that I make that statement to people like if they bump into me, because I also don't want them to, like, you're gonna bump into me again. Don't do the whole sorry thing to distract me from what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You distract me from watching a show to say you're sorry. Like that, you saying you're sorry actually just pisses me off. At that point, it's like, this is a concert. It's gonna happen. Just be cool about it. And if somebody has a drink in their hand and they're dancing and all that, and it's just spilling everywhere, okay, all right, you're being a dick. Like,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
will say something.
Exactly.
And I think that's part of the thing is to speak. So in proactiveness, speak up. If somebody's being a dick, don't be the person that's just like go with the flow. And I hope somebody else speaks up because I'm afraid to talk to them. Like, no, just, hey, you're fucking spilling your drink everywhere. You don't have to be a dick to them.
Yeah.
Hey, drink that shit down a little bit, and then you can hold it up, and you're not gonna spill anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't yell at the bartender. Don't like holler. Don't like if the door guy
Don't
says that you
argue.
can't get in.
Oh, yeah, don't
don't.
argue.
There's plenty of places to go to. Why are you gonna? I really need to get in here. I'm like, yeah, sorry, you can't because I don't know, you look like shit or whatever it is. Whatever.
Because you're wearing flip flops, socks, cargo pants, and your hat backwards.
Yeah. No, they'll get in. They'll get in.
That's true.
No, or like you're too drunk, for example, and they start a fight just because you couldn't get in. But they have a policy that if you're too drunk, you can't get in.
Right.
In
Yeah,
the spot.
Miko's
Don't
been
be a
denied
bitch about it.
getting places.
See these bags under my eyes?
Story
I'm
of
automatically
Miko.
drunk.
Lived.
Story of Miko.
You are drunk.
I'm leading the group here. Everyone's with me. You're gonna let everyone else in but me?
I know we had a lot of don'ts, by the way, but I'd like to add the do.
Yeah.
The do is like talk to people. You know, we talk about like don't be on your phones. Well, the opposite of that would be actually talking to people.
Yeah.
And I feel like so many people have gotten into this like zone of like, this is my square box. And I would love to see people get out of their comfort zone and actually try to meet somebody new maybe every single time you go out. Like go out of your way to introduce yourself to one person.
You
Yeah,
never know
I
who's
totally
next
agree.
to you. You
Exactly.
never know. That could be your next job. That could be your next best friend. That could be your next, significant other.
Yeah.
That could be anybody. So.
Especially, like if you're sharing a space, like you're at a concert and you're standing next to each other for multiple hours, for example, then yes, definitely say hello. I just feel like we all just have avoided it, just the social media and all these different things, elements that have come into everybody's universe. I feel like we've gotten away from that. So
Yeah.
Very good. Very good, dude.
We all have our own universe, not just lanes.
I think it's easier to do that at a concert or a theme
Yeah.
party because you automatically
connected
have
experience.
something in common. So
Yeah.
Well,
it's easier to approach people that way.
One thing that I've done many times is if you go to a place that's not loud, like a lounge, I'm thinking like the Townsend or even the W, not when there's DJ playing, or even the JW, and you can sit at a bar and there'll be like one guy sitting by himself, or one girl or a girl sitting by herself, and just strike a conversation. You never know who that that person is, and have a good conversation. And chances are, start talking about politics. You start talking about like controversial shit. You're like, all right, this just to have a conversation, not to be always on the phone, and you'll spot them out because a lot of these people, they're not on their phone when they're at the bar.
So like
They're just
kind of-
eating. They're eating, or they're reading the paper, or they're just like thinking whatever. But they're not on the phone. They're just sitting there.
Yeah.
And that's a green flag to come up and say, hey, how you doing? Or you start talking to the bartender, and then you're like, hey, what do you think? Or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to really engage that way.
Yeah. Fair enough. A lot of people, if you see them at a bar solo like that, people from out of town.
Yep.
Right.
Business professionals.
Peoples, whatever. Yeah, you'll see a lot of that during the week at different places.
Yep. All right. Actually, rule number 0,
Uh-oh.
don't drink and drive. That just goes without
Yeah,
saying.
it's an obvious one.
By the way, it's no refusal weekend every weekend through September.
Why even call it anything?
I
at that
know,
point?
it's-
Yes.
How do you feel about drinking and then riding a bike home?
It's actually pretty fun.
You can still get the same repercussions.
No,
Yeah, but people think, well, I'm not in the car. Then
Yeah.
it's
No,
That being said,
I
I've
so
just-
much
don't
more
get a DWI
dangerous.
for that.
Yeah.
I don't know
Just
any. That's all true. I don't know anyone who's actually got a DWI on a bike. Like,
No,
that's
it's
a,
gotta be
dangerous.
somebody,
that's a
yeah.
dick cop.
That's a cop who didn't hit his quota. That's a lazy cop.
Seriously,
Hey, you!
man.
He's just running after you.
I mean, can you imagine how bad somebody must be
Beat-
biking?
yes.
Like, they're like,
Already, it takes coordination to be on that motherfucker. Like, if you can ride a bike, you're probably not drunk.
Yeah, you're
I'm not
working
drunk
out.
enough.
You're sobering up.
Well,
You're sober
you
enough.
might have a story or two from
Well.
college.
Look, go uphill on Trinity and see what on Brazos and see if that doesn't sober you up.
I used to ride my bike around when I'd been drinking in college. I lived on the street. It's kind of like 6th Street. It was called State Street, and I lived on State Street. So I would just like when I got home, I thought it was always a good idea to bring the bike out and then ride my bike down.
Were you Debo?
Oh,
That was a long time ago.
oh yeah. Debo was a long time ago too.
People knew. So,
No, but like have a plan like the on sobering up. Whether you go eat, of course, get a ride
yeah,
share.
24-hour diner.
Have it never
recommend.
hungover. That shit
Yeah,
works.
because if
by
you're
the way.
looking for an after party, and I think that's always a good next move if you have maybe been drinking too much, is just go get food, and then you can have your own party at Magnolia Cafe or 24-hour diner. There's plenty of
Yep.
places to choose from.
Lots of 24-hour
Yep.
spots these days.
all those taco trucks too.
Yep.
All right, introducing.
Dun, dun,
It is time, folks.
Dun, 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 dun.
We need a jingle or something. Do you
I
have
know.
something in mind, like a little song you have to introduce your segment?
Oh, we gotta get some Cardi B, like.
Really?
and
I don't have that.
And be
They're gonna
like,
pull.
and
They're gonna
be
put.
like.
They're gonna unplug us if it for copyright reasons, not because it sucks.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
A little bit because it sucks. But it's still copyright. Anyway, Lane's Universe, folks. Thank you for being a permanent fixture on the show.
Boop, boop.
And your job, if you follow the Lane, no
Midwest and the ATX
Yes.
on
Mhm.
Instagram.
pun, you'll see pictures of her partying and drinking, and you're like, I'm at work right now. What the fuck is? What kind of job does she have that she gets to drink and travel and party? Like, oh my god, I went to like 5 different places, and it's only 3:00. Anyway, so tell us a little bit about what you do, how you got into it, why you do it, and how much you love it.
And how much back is jealous of it?
Yes.
Clearly.
And how much money
Okay,
you
well,
making?
let's just clarify that I don't party all the time. I host parties.
You're not Eddie Murphy?
So you'll see me post pictures of really good champagne because that's my thing. Oh, of like Dom Perignon or Cristal, something like that. But I have to be somewhat there if I'm hosting a party, so I don't try to get too drunk or anything like that. But my biggest perk to me is the food, because I'm doing like fancy parties. But yeah, so to start from the beginning, a lot of compliments I get from different people that follow me on social media is like, I feel like you get paid to have fun for a living. And
That's what I
obviously, yeah, obviously everything on social media is like what you portray it to be, right? So, I'm not posting when I'm doing spreadsheets or, when I'm putting together the guest list or something like that. That might take a little bit longer and be more tedious on like the task oriented side of it. But I do obviously post the fun stuff. So that's what people see. And I get that. And that's what it's supposed to be about anyway. So I do like to showcase the fun that I'm having at my job. So I do corporate events mainly, but that's just a part of my job, like I said, but it's the funnest part of my job. And so I get to pick fancy restaurants and different events that involve like maybe like a sporting event. Like in OKC, we do the Thunder games and we do hockey, sometimes in Nashville, the Predators, just different stuff that's going on in the cities where we have locations. So I've done Chicago Bulls games, different stuff like that, because we also have people in Chicago. So the main thing is really just what is the coolest, funnest thing that we could do in that city at that time when I have funding. So, I mean, when you think about that, everybody would love to not have to spend their own money and somebody else's money to plan an event that they also get to enjoy themselves as planning it too. So that's part of what I do in a gist. And a lot of people ask me for advice on how they can do the same thing at their job, or even if they maybe work at the same company and they want to try to get into that kind of world. And so I do have some tips and stuff like that I put together for this piece that I wanted to share with everybody. So one of the questions that I often get is, how did I get into this field? And we talk about Lane's universe kind of as a joke, but in a way, but I really,
it's not a joke, serious.
It's not a joke. So I do believe in manifesting what you want out of life. So if you want to be an event planner or you want to be this or that, I believe you should acknowledge that you want that and speak on it. So for me, I knew that when I first started into events, it was totally on the whim, and somebody kind of
did you have any experience before that doing any event planning? Or, I mean, obviously within your personal life, I'm sure you did, but professionally to some extent.
In my personal life, I was always the person that would plan the fun stuff, like, like house parties and stuff like that. I would help do that. It just was a natural skill, right? So, but I didn't have any professional experience going into it. And so it was my job started in training, and then there was a conference where we had to do training at the conference. And so they said, hey, come with us to Vegas. And so of course I'm like, not gonna turn Vegas down. So Vegas was my first experience, and I was shadowing somebody. So in my thing,
how long ago was that?
This was back in 2011, so a ways ago. So what time is the 17th? It's 2017, so 6 years ago. So I started
iPhone 4.
Yeah, so I started in hilarious. So I started in Vegas, and I think for anybody looking to get into events, that was one of my tips, was figure out who's doing the events and ask them to shadow them. So I kind of was not tapped on the shoulder and asked to come along, but in other cases, if you're trying to be proactive about it, find out who's doing it. Because somebody in your company, no matter what kind of company you're doing, they're doing events, whether it's fundraisers, holiday parties, there's always going to be some sort of an event that's going on, and there's going to be somebody that's tasked to put it together. And so if you can tie it on with that person, that'll help you a lot. Because I just started volunteering too for different stuff. Like we have, buyouts at the Round Rock Express games. We have different holiday stuff going on, and I would just I would volunteer for stuff outside of this experience. Once I decided I wanted to get into events more. But yeah, so Vegas, I started taking notes. So my tip too is when you go to other people's events, take notes of what you like and how it made you feel. So because they gave me a swag bag when I walked in, and it had this and this in it that I really wanted and I've still used today, like this cool mug that they gave me or this calculator, whatever it was that sparked your interest, like make notes of that, because how it made you feel is how you would want to make somebody else feel if they were going to the same events. So that started to be my shtick, is that I knew that by giving people stuff when they come to your event, like that's always a winning feature.
Everybody likes shit.
Exactly.
Yep.
And
to interject there, you described earlier, and I think it was a good point, of people taking notes about how they felt, and a lot of event planning is creating an experience.
Yes. And
you have to think about what experience it is and what experience you're trying to portray to them and whatever it is. So it's a great point that you make. Like, take notes about what experience it is so you know how to best convey that experience if you try to do it, or what not to do as well.
Do
Yeah.
you come up with the concept and with the experience itself, or is it like a team, like you brainstorm and everything, and then they tell you, look, like, now here's $10,000, execute.
So there's always going to be three different factors when it comes to me. So I'm always representing a brand. It's not the company I work for. It's going to be a third party company that we sell their product. So it's kind of dependent on who has money. And they'll say, a lot of times they'll come to me proactively and say, hey, I have this additional funding this quarter. Can you come up with some ideas about how we could spend it? And sometimes it's actually
Boy, I
an
wish somebody
event,
came to me with
but
that
sometimes
line.
it's
Yeah,
I
right.
say, oh, we should do swag instead, like give everybody like cool zip ups, or I did sweatpants last week, so like I thought sweatpants.
Is it
was cool.
because you wanted sweatpants?
Sometimes
She wants to be comfortable.
I'm like,
you know?
oh, I don't think I have any sweatpants.
Sweatpants and heels, like a
Yeah.
good combo.
But yeah, so like experiential marketing is the new thing in
Yeah.
marketing
Right.
That's
too.
the buzzword.
Yeah, so
What engagement and experiences.
yeah, and when I'm talking about doing events like in this space, you actually have to prove that you did something with the money, you know. So like for me, I
ROI.
pitched the networking aspect of it, and then also the experience of them associating that event and that experience to the brand that's paying for it, essentially.
Do you quantify that value in any way? Like, or
We
is it-
typically do by amount of people that came, and then sometimes we'll do like surveys afterwards and ask them, hey, what are some thoughts that it left you with, type of thing,
Sure, yeah.
and then use
Y'all
those
measure, like-
compliments. Yeah.
But you set the goal ahead of time. Like, we're trying to get new emails, or we're trying to do a product demo, or like, what is I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of activation you're trying to do, right?
Right. Because there's internal and then there's external. And most of the stuff that I do is internal. That's what makes it more fun, because people have to usually come to the event, or like either have to, or they would be stupid if they didn't. Because
they can go to the event, or they can continue working.
Right, exactly.
right.
Like that type of thing. So I did want to call out though that not just an event planner is like in the industry of like having fun for a living. Like you could be a DJ, all the different aspects of an event you could still do and be a part of that world of having fun for a living. So like a promotions person, a music manager. I thought of like mainly the people that are involved in like restaurant, bartender, whatever.
Yep.
I know it's not just event planning, because that's a pretty niche market, but then there's also different types of events. So I do corporate events. There's weddings. There's birthday parties,
fundraisers.
kids parties, like
Yeah.
all kinds of different spaces you can get in. So my tip 2 is to figure out what is it that you like doing the most. Like, is there something that fits in with your current job that you could incorporate into what you do on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Or like, are you happen to be at a lot of weddings and you're helping all your friends plan the weddings? Maybe that should be your job. I just think it should be something that comes naturally, something that you really love doing, and something that you have experience in, not necessarily like hosting or planning, but even if you went to a lot of events, I felt like my experience going into it, even though I wasn't doing it professionally, was that I had gone to a lot of cool stuff. I used to go to NBA All-Star every year and, do these lavish parties. And so like there was that aspect of it. Like I knew how to be wined and dined, so to speak, on that level of money,
Are you given what kind of budget are you working with? Is
Well,
it
I don't know.
$10,000 plus? Is it
Yeah,
half a
we'll
million?
start there. I would just say 10,000 plus.
What's
yeah.
the biggest one you had? Half a million?
Well, if it's more than that, it's not just me. So
Right, of course.
yeah, then it's the actual events team, and then I'm just working with
And you have to
them.
justify every single dollar that you're spending. Yeah, that's when you talk about Excel spreadsheet. And like, look, we're spending $2,000 for the $10,000 for the band, and we're spending this much, and then you come up with a plan for the event, right?
Yeah, so and I actually do a lot smaller scale. So I'm just doing like happy hours, a dinner, like that type of thing for maybe max of 70 people. And so it's a little bit more
Oh.
exclusive because it's a specific group in the company that I work with. But if you are doing like, that's where somebody's whole job could be big scale events. Like maybe they only do 3 events the entire year,
Right.
and they're planning that level of events where they're getting the band and
conference,
all that. My
a
events
festival.
don't usually involve a band, maybe just a solo artist have had at one of them. So I'm usually not that expensive as far as like when we're talking like high up, because that's a team of people. So anyways, the other thing I just want to do is for like tips for people that are looking to get into this was find the niche. So I said find the person in your company that does it, but then also like if you like to do a certain thing like DJ, whatever, look for an opportunity within your company first, because that could be your start of where you branch off, because you're doing that on a daily basis. You're with those people, they already know you, and
It's an easier in.
yeah.
To do that
Easier
work.
in where you could start as like a DJ and then start it into the events planning. I don't personally have the DJ skills, but I know people that have done that, and then they're the go-to person in the company from then on out because they show that they do a great job of like the Dell DJ or whoever is company you're working with.
Is
And
it Dell DJ?
then there's a Dell DJ.
Like official Dell DJ?
I don't know if it's official, but you'll see the same person at every event, and they're awesome. They know who they are. And then
I don't know who they are.
You do.
it's
I probably know.
Dante.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shout out to Don Tizzle.
Yep. And then I was gonna say too, like if you're working with a smaller company that's a nonprofit, you could help organize a fundraiser. That's usually a good way to start off, because there's always usually a need for something like that for companies that are looking for additional outside funding for different stuff, helping to try to get sponsors and stuff like that. That's a good way to get your foot in the door if you want to prove yourself, because ultimately you're not going to be able to make it your job until you prove that you're actually good at it. And then once you prove you're good at it, like I said, I took notes on learning from somebody on the things that I didn't like that they did and the things that I did like that they did. And then I came up with my own thing, my own like brand of what I do for events, and then that kind of stuck as like what everybody wanted moving forward. And I learned even from myself year over year by taking notes of, okay, this what went right, this went wrong, and then changing it the next year. So now that like I have trained a couple people in my space to do events just like how I do events, and then now I'm not always the one planning the event every single detail, but people are doing events just how I do them because I taught them how to do it. So and then I get invited because I taught them.
Your brand is spreading.
So that's how you make the mark. But yeah, so that's all my Lane's universe for the day.
I thought you made a good point earlier in that the nonprofit side. So for people wanting to get in, I mean, there's so many charity organizations, nonprofits out there that need help, and they're not going to pay you for the work, but they'll help you get that experience, and you can start from the ground up and move up very fast, because it's such a high turnover market in nonprofit because no one's making money, so they do it as they can.
Yeah.
It's a great place to start and cut your teeth on. Plus, making a mistake with them, it's a little bit more flexible. It's not going to cost anybody a lot of money. And then once you get that experience up, you can go work for a big boy or big girl job. Another point I want to add in, unless somebody's jumping in.
No, go ahead.
For anyone wondering and wants to go back to school, I don't recommend necessarily going to school for event planning, but if the major that falls in, I believe, is marketing. Just so y'all
Probably,
knows. Yeah. So a lot of people have marketing majors, and they'll go for companies to be there's a couple different names for that role within companies, but basically an event planner. And it's marketing. Promotions a lot, so you get that a lot. Companies doing promotional events. That's the external stuff that Lane alluded to, but she doesn't do exactly herself. I do some of that on the side, as y'all know.
Yep. So do I.
Throwing promotional events. Yeah, Back does as well for his day job. And a lot of that, comes around just, you see a need. You know, one of the things I do at one of my side companies is we just go to a restaurant, just like you're saying, and maybe I'm at a restaurant that has like a great brunch, but no one's there. I'm like, you know what? This is awesome. More people should know about this. Y'all don't know what you're doing to advertise this.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
how about we come talk to you, and here's what we can do to make it happen, and just throwing an idea and talking to people.
when someone's already doing it, and then you walk up to them and you say, look, you're doing this all wrong. Let me show you how it's done. Like calling somebody's baby ugly is not the right approach. I think that the taking those parts is very good. But also, what would you have done different? Like if you see something, for example, in the logistics, part of the event, as far as, for example, bringing make sure that everything's on time, seeing that, the DJ is ready, if there's a specific schedule to follow, whether it's a wedding or it's just an event or fundraiser or party, and you're like, look, there's got to be someone who's in charge of that, and, talk to that person afterwards and be like, hey, I was here, I had a great time. Here's some of the things I noticed. I'm giving you my feedback, but not without saying, look, you fucked up on that part.
Right,
You fucked
right.
Yeah,
up
I
on
would
that
say
part.
like definitely not at the event. Like most people are like really strung out at,
Yeah.
if you're planning the event, they don't want to hear anything you have to say at that point. But maybe like if you meet them and say, "Hey,
Yeah,
I'd
meet
like to set
them.
up a
Sure.
time to talk to you about," and I don't think people really want to hear about what they did wrong. To be honest, because most event planners know what they did wrong,
Yeah,
and
yep.
they don't want to hear it from somebody else. Like they just want to hear they did a great time. So that's just my personal thought on that. Is people kind of have ego trips about stuff like that, especially you're an event planner. You're a person that's in front of a lot of people, so you like attention and stuff like that. But I feel like some people, me personally, I don't mind giving somebody telling me, hey, here's a suggestion for improvement. But I feel like the person that I learned from, I would never have felt comfortable saying, hey, here's what I thought you did wrong, because
No, don't call them
they
out.
thought they were amazing at everything they did. And so, and just like I'm talking about like little things where you can add your own personal touch, I feel like that's what really adds a brand to it. Like I would take pictures because I love to take pictures. And so I would take pictures of the guests, and then I do a collage after every one of my events. And it's my thank you email the next day, where I say, thanks everybody for coming. And it's like a picture recap. And I do that at a corporate space where it's not really common to see something like that, and everybody loves it, and they know that's my thing, right? So you don't see a lot of other people doing that because it's just something I personally like to do. So just finding like that personal niche where because obviously like the sponsor feels really happy because they have their ROI, and we call it proof of performance, so that's their picture piece of it. But just in general, like that personal touch of like, hey, we really appreciate you for sponsoring this.
Yep.
That was a good note.
Yep.
You
Yeah. All right. Cool. We need to find you a theme song for real.
I know. I was.
It was Lane's Universe.
Well,
I don't fucking
it's
know.
funny.
We're going straight 80s, huh?
back
I don't know.
back when Ellie
80s TV show.
I had a cartoon in my head. What's up?
when Ally McBeal used to be a show. I don't know if anybody knows what that is.
Yeah,
I
well,
know
I
what
used
it
to watch
is.
that show. She used to say that everybody should have a theme song. So I came up with a theme song at that time. It was like you have to have a theme song and a mascot. So my mascot is a pink flamingo. My theme song was that song goes, just wishing and hoping and thinking. Does everybody know what I'm talking about?
Actually, I
Find
do,
this
but-
song. Hater. Okay, well, I will find that song.
Do it one
It's
more
on
time.
a
Do it one more
movie,
time.
too.
It will be your jingle for the next time for sure.
It
until we
isn't.
find-
I can find something.
Well, we can find something else.
Like future,
Update it.
like
We-
mascot.
But it's definitely being played the next
No,
time. Just so
but
we know.
it needs to say Lane's Universe at some point.
Yeah, like Lane's Universe.
Cool. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much. Welcome the whole team. By the way, I really want to thank you guys because we got a great thing going, and you guys are great. I thank you so much for helping me out. We got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of stuff planned.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be able to do it all by myself. So thank you so much for being part of the team. You can blush. You can't. I don't know.
Hey.
Byron, we can't tell. You can't tell for myself either. So
Back appreciates you bringing us on part of the team and sharing the dream
nah,
with you.
thank you. So couple of announcements. One, we'll be asking y'all about what you're doing next week during the weekend. So we do this thing now. We do event picks. So we put out what we think, what we recommend for the weekend. But we're also asking you guys if you got something cool coming up. Make sure you're on the lookout for that post. It will drop on what day? Is it
Tuesday?
Tuesday? I think?
Tuesday. Wait, for which
no,
one?
Wednesday is the drop.
The event picks.
The event picks.
Our picks will come out on
be
Thursday.
on Thursday, but we'll be soliciting picks from everyone. on
Yeah, like if
Tuesday.
they have any ones that want, they
So
want to
basically,
add.
to paraphrase all that is to say that if you keep asking us what's going on this weekend, just check the feed on Thursday.
Yeah.
And if you have some suggestions for it, we'll post on Monday or Tuesday, and just add your comment to that. And it may show up as one of our picks because we're still looking up until Thursday at the last minute. Like, okay, what am I going to
Yep.
be doing?
Make sure you put in the information in there. If it's a link, put the link. Don't
Put
just say
enough for
come
us
to
to
the party.
find it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't just put come to my party. It's gonna, no, nobody's
Yeah.
nobody's coming to your party if you just say it's my party.
And the main purpose of this is really just to get a different flair. There are 4 different personality types here. Even though we do like to do a lot of the same things, we each add our own personal pick of what we're planning to do that weekend. Not necessarily saying that we're for sure going to be there, but that's our intention.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Also, we'll be every month there'll be a spot where we'll go. Last weekend, last weekend we were at Groove Theory where we're gonna do live interviews. So we'll make the announcement where we're gonna be each month, all the four of us, and we'll be interviewing you guys. If you're gonna be out there, you want to come say what's up, you want to get on the mic and be a teaser for the upcoming episode, feel free to join us.
Yeah, shout out to everyone at Groove Theory
Yep.
and
Yes.
K Cali. Appreciate y'all showing us love. Happy to do it back, and everyone that we interviewed at the event.
Yeah, we had
go,
a good time.
go
Yeah.
check her out. She throws an event probably about once a month, roughly.
About some out there.
K Cali's Groove Theory. So again, good plug for her.
Anything else? Any other announcement?
People are dying to see their videos.
Nothing that can't wait.
Yeah.
So you'll see if you were one of the people that we talked to at Friday at the Groove Theory, we'll be providing clips throughout the next week to showcase those. Thank you.
Now, make sure you follow the Feedback always on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, we on iTunes, we on Stitcher, we on Google Play, we on TuneIn, we on whatever you used to listen to podcasts. We're on it. Look up the Feedback. Leave a review. It really helps. Or rate it. That really helps too with the ranking. And you can still donate. Like I said, feedback.com/donate. And you can donate so we can keep doing this thing. We love it. We love the city. And it's fun. So glad to be back. No pun. I said no pun.
Always.
I said no pun.
Always a
No,
pun.
that's why I said no pun. That's the point.
Is that like no homo?
Not on that level. Not on that level. But no pun. Thanks so much for tuning in. Byron, thank you.
Yep.
Miko,
Yep.
thank you. Welcome,
you,
Lane,
world.
everybody.
Hey.
Welcome, Lane.
Thank you
Welcome
so
to everyone.
much, and we'll talk to you next week. Ciao,
Bye,
ciao.
America.